Hello, Scorpio. I am Ulrika. I'm a Monk card reader, and today we will do the work, money, business card reading for the sign of Scorpio for the month of March. I will try to make the reading as short as possible, but of course, it's my intention to give you a quality reading, so it will require some of your time. If you have questions, you can always post them in the comments below, and of course, as soon as I have time, I will answer you. So, Scorpio, here we go for your work, money, business card reading for the month of March. Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your work, money, business card reading for the month of March. As your first card here, we see the mountain here. The mountain tells us we need to stand our ground here. We cannot deviate. We cannot move. We cannot let us move by other persons. We need to stay put here. This is what we are seeing here. In another way, it's possible also that we have a lot of connections, or that we have connections in abroad or on the internet, because the mountain represents both here. Anyway, here we see that we need to stick to our goals here. This is what we are seeing here, but we could be confronted with certain challenges in our life here. This points to potential challenges here. We probably need to overcome certain obstacles in our life. Life is not always easy. Scorpio knows this. They are a very hard sign, and they know in general that life is not easy, and in general they experience a lot, so they know how to overcome certain problems. They are sometimes quite stubborn, and here this card tells us you should be stubborn here for keeping your goal here. If you have certain confrontations here, you should stick to it, because it's possible with this combination there are certain confrontations here coming to us. We need to find a kind of resolve here. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes the solution with the middle card is here we need to solve the problem indirect. In a way here, this is a card that is not so bad for Scorpion, because we know if we cannot solve the problem directly, we sometimes need to be patient. These two are patience cards. So if we are confronted with certain people that bring difficulties in our life, or we are confronted with a difficult situation, the snake is flexible. So it means if we cannot go over the mountain. It takes patience to climb a mountain. But what you can do is you can go around the mountain. You can find a solution by going around the problem and reach your target like that. It's like here, this is the card of diplomacy, tact, finding the right solutions, keeping quiet till the right moment, quietly find a solution for the problem here. This is what we are seeing here with this card here. Anyway, also this card advises us not to share too much. For Scorpion, this is not a very big problem, because in general, they know what to say at the right moment and not to overshare. So this is exactly what we should do here. We should keep a little bit silent here, not share our thoughts with others. Diplomacy here is very important to reach or achieve our goals here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that you could have the feeling that some people around you are threatening you. You could have that feeling over you here. But the card, the middle card here, the snake tells us it's not probably the right time to move. You need to wait until the right time is to strike. The snake, she waits. She waits in the grass. She makes a plan. She's diplomatic. She's tactful. And when it's the time to move, she strikes. And this is exactly the kind of strategy. Scorpio is the sign of strategy. Here, this is exactly the plan that you should execute. You should wait until it's the right time to move here. And it's very important here that you are observative in silence. This is very important here. There are important transformations here in your life coming, and you could. It's best to move at the right moment. Then we're gonna mirror the cards. We're gonna mirror the mountain and the woman towards each other here. It's possible here that if this person is you, you have foreign roots, or in a way you are confronted with a woman in abroad, or you are connected with a woman in abroad here. This always points to a person in abroad or a person who is that we are connected to the internet. If I would categorize this person, this is a very strong person. This could mean this person is a manager. This person wants to be in a leading position. They know exactly what they want. It's possible that they have the abilities, or they lead some kind of team here. They manage the situation here. They could also be a little bit difficult to reach. Maybe this is literally, maybe there are internet connections problems here for reaching this person. Maybe this is because of a lot of work. There are several options, but it's possible that we are hard to reach, or if we have a contact in abroad, it's not easy to always reach them. And if there are long distance connections here, sometimes they might be hard, but there are connections here. We manage the connections even though they are not easy. It's possible that this person, if this is you, that you don't have an easy time for the moment. It's possible that you detach for the moment, that you keep distance because the mountain is distance here, and you try to manage yourself. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, it's possible that in certain areas of your life, you cannot move. You are stopped because the mountain tends to stop us. But we saw earlier that it's not a bad thing to do here. Sometimes this points also that we are have certain contenders that we are seeing here. We could be, even if we are a woman, we could be challenged by somebody else. This is what we are seeing here. In another way, it's possible that you are confronted with certain challenges with women. This is what we are seeing here also. We might feel hindered. This is what is possible also with this combination. There is a certain restrictiveness here for the moment over the person, and this person will not be easy to reach. If this could be a momentarily thing here for this month, and you take a little bit of distance, this is what we are seeing here. It's like we are a little bit impaired, as to say. We don't want to sometimes to hear what others say. We want to be silent. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. We could be quite strict for the moment, but this is a temporary situation that we are in here. We could also have certain frustrations over us. Maybe the management or the things are not exactly going as we want them to be here. It's like certain fulfillments, certain wishes that we have are not as we thought they would go. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards here. Sometimes it also means, even though we are in a management position, that we are unable to make certain decisions. This is what we are seeing here. It's like we are prevented for moving ahead here. This is what we are seeing here. And sometimes if you're a woman, this could mean that even if you dressed up, it's like you feel that your femality is blocked, like that. You cannot appear like you want. Even if you want to, it's like you cannot. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. Or maybe you have the feeling, even if you dress up, that it's not that you don't look the way you want to look. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, this points also to mastering a certain path. So the confrontations that you are having now, these are blockages that you're experiencing now, but this also points to the road to mastery. This is what we are seeing here. I'm not saying it's easy, but this points to the road of mastery here. What we could do here is wait and search for alternatives. As I said, it's very difficult to move the mountain. We cannot, you cannot move a mountain, so it requires some smartness here. Also, it means sometimes if we have a certain partner, we assume here, but this is a general reading, so we will keep it general here. It's possible here, if you are a man or a woman, that also you should listen to the opinion of your partner. Maybe there's something in there that you can use. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe there's a lack. We should see the importance here also from our partner. This is important here, what we are seeing here. We should do some efforts towards our partner. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, but we should do some efforts toward the partner here also with this combination. But there will be patience required here from both parties. Sometimes also, this points in another way, it's a different angle that I'm going to say now here, that we try to master yoga and things like that here. This is what we are seeing here. We are relaxing. We try to master yoga or some things that we do in silent for relaxing our mind. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the lily and the coffin here. it's possible here, the mountain is standstill, the coffin also, things are not really moving this month. This is what we are seeing here. And here we see here that it could be because we cannot move, we feel this on our body. And it has an influence on our body and we don't feel very well. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also this points to the general health condition. So if you are confronted with certain health conditions in your life or something is forced upon you, be careful with medication. Think wisely, don't move, think before you do certain actions in your life. Because if we take certain things here regarding medication, we need to be careful we don't have long-term effects. So be careful if you are confronted, if something is put in front of you and you think you have no choice, there's always a choice. So here, think wisely if you make certain decisions, especially regarding to our body. The snake, sometimes it points to poisons, so be careful if you take certain medications or some medications are pressed upon you from authority figures or people who try to manage you. Be careful in that area. Anyway, in another way, this point to expertise. This person is in a standstill, but the coffin, it's actually a nice, I would not say nice, but it's a card of psychology. And in a way, it's for Scorpio, it's not necessarily a bad card. It means a standstill, things are not moving, we are reflecting, but it's a psychological card. It means we could have the feeling that we stand still, we cannot move, we cannot. But you could think there is nothing going on, but actually there's a lot going on. But the problem is everything is happening in the box, in the mind here. And you think you're not moving, but actually you are moving. Inside, there's a lot of going on. So don't think you are not moving because you are. In your mind, you're moving. But it's a psychological process and we cannot force here with these cards. We cannot. We need to let it time. We need to use our smartness, our witness, our tact, our diplomacy. And at the right moment also, we need to wait till it's the right time. If it's not the right time, it's better to say no. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. But sometimes we need to be careful of our health. It's very important here. Our health is very important here. Here we see with this card combination, it's like our life energy is transferring. This is what we are seeing here. Here we see a transferring of energy here. This is what we are seeing here. The energy is in, but it's about to transfer. This is what we are seeing here. Here we could have the feeling that our creativity also, it's stumped. We cannot move here, but things will fall into place if you let it some time here. If you have certain griefs in your life, it's possible that you execute them in, I would almost say, in an artistic way. If you are a painter or you have some connections with artisticity, it's possible that we are able to find an outlet in painting, in music, in cooking, in whatever that makes you creative here. We can let it go in that way here. There could be a specific loss in our life that we need to let go, and we can let it go in a creative way, on our own, in silence. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes also it can, in another way, the snake is a very sexual and sensual sign. As we know, Scorpio is a very passionate sign. They are often very sensual. Even they don't show it. You will not see it in a Scorpio. They will not show it, and they will show no signs. But when we have this card in the middle, it means that we feel very sexual, sensual. This is what we are seeing, and it's possible also that you discipline yourselves in that way. You don't interact here in it. This is possible also with this combination, but it doesn't mean that the feelings are not there. This is something else here with this combination. It's possible also that you feel that certain relationship, you could feel them as forbidden or even threatening, but it doesn't mean it's not there. This is what we are seeing here. And we could act like virtuous, but actually we act virtuous, but we want something else. This is what we are seeing here, what we are seeing here with this card in the middle. Then we have the mountain and the bear. The mountain and the bear here, it tells us this is, we are connected in abroad. We already saw this earlier. People are trying to block us. We saw this earlier also. We have connections with somebody living abroad. This could also be the reason why we don't interact. Of course, we cannot interact with a certain partner if this partner is in abroad. This is then a different angle. This is possible also with this combination. There are several areas here or several angles here that we are seeing here. If we have been waiting on certain monies, it's possible that these monies finally come in. This is possible also. There could have been delays before, but here it's possible that the money is about to come in or it's coming in. This is what we are seeing here. But as I said here, there could be a kind of problem here hanging over us. It's like life is overwhelming us a little bit here. This is what we are seeing here. Also, we could have the feeling that it's no use to force things. We could literally have this feeling, and we don't want to force here with this combination. Sometimes also it's possible, if we have a teacher or somebody who guided us in our life, that this person has certain problems here. This is what we are seeing here. This points also to teaching abilities. We learn now a lot. We are in a phase of standstill, but it's possible later in your life you could become a teacher for others. This is what we are seeing here. This points to teaching at older age. We never know how our life is evolving here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. There could be certain confrontations here with teachers, with people who are mastered us before. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes this points also to problems with the mother. This is what we are seeing here. We will have a difficult time here. This is what we are seeing here. If we make, or we planning to make certain investments, these are very difficult times. We need to see with this combination, if we make investments, that we make solid investments. Times are difficult now, so it's best to go back to basics. Don't take anything risky. Inform yourself here what is currently stable. Mostly these are the basic things. You know, the basic things: silver, gold, land. These are things that we need to invest in stable things. We cannot invest in high risk things with this combination. Sometimes it points also that in an indirect way, without our boss, our knowledge, we will overrule them. This is what we are seeing here. Here we see also, if we want to reach certain goals in our life, we will keep quiet and we will not invest our emotions. We will push through and we will keep cool. This is what we are seeing here, because the mountain is cool, it's high. This is what we are seeing here. This could also point, this combination, to a person who is very ambitious. Sometimes this points, and I mean this in a positive way, this points to an alpha type of person, alpha woman here, or an alpha man. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes also it points that certain people are trying to interfere in our life, and we don't want. We don't want them to interfere in our life. There could be a certain interference here that we don't want here with this combination. If we had a certain partner before in our life, it's possible that this ex-partner is making some hassle around us. This is what we are seeing here. This is also, if we want to reach something, we don't give up. This is a very good combination for not give up, for not giving up. We will be sober, we will be cool, we will not be very, we also probably with this combination, we will not spend too much. We are in a waiting phase here. This is what we are seeing here. We could be confronted with an authority figure that is like unmovable. They have like conservative ideas. This is what we are seeing here. Then here on the person yourself, man or woman here, this is a person in authority. We see this here, a manager, but we saw this already are lovely. In a way, also, even though we have some temporary difficulties with the mother, there is a very strong connection here towards the mother. In a way, this points to that we are quite reliable here also with this combination. Then we come in the second line, we have the cross. the snake and the house. The cross and the snake here, as I said here, again here, this is destined caution. This is what we see in these two cards here. We need to, it's our destiny, it's our fate to wait. It's our fate to wait. This is a card actually also that is protecting us, because if the mountain cannot be moved and the cross is destiny. So here it means that things will not happen before its time. I know it's difficult, but if you have this combination, you are also protected. If you are unable to move, it means it's not the right time. For instance, if certain monies don't come in and they are unreachable, it has a reason. It means that it's not the right time for the money come in. I'm just giving an example here. Maybe you would be tempted to make the wrong investments. So here, the cross protects us from that. This is what, but it doesn't mean it's not a burden. It doesn't mean that it's not a burden. Sometimes with this combination also, we need to be careful that we don't come in deceptive situations here. This is what we are seeing here. And again, here we see the desires here that we don't execute or we are unable to execute here. Sometimes also we are confronted with certain things in our life that are about to end here. Also, if people are around us, sometimes Scorpion as a way of testing people. And the cross is a test. So you will, in an indirect way, without the people knowing this, you will test them. You will test their foundations, because the house is foundations. So it means people around you, you think, are these people reliable? Can I trust them? And indirectly, in a smart, roundabout, diplomatic way, you will test them. This is what we are seeing here. But there are great ambitions here. Also, the snake is a very strong focused card. If you want a card for focus on your targets, this is the ideal card. This is a very good card for focusing here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that we worked out a certain ideology for us and we worked on it. We put a lot of work in here for getting where we are, and it's not going to be an easy process. There is no sunshine in this card. There is movement, but it will go slow. Anyway, we will be determined. We will go there here. We have our ideologies, and we will not deviate from this plan. Again, here, be careful of your health. Then we have the snake and the house. The snake and the house, it could point on the work front. The house is our work, our body, the place where we work, the place where we earn our money. Excuse me. And you could have the feeling on the work front, there is something dishonest happen around you. There's like no transparency here. This is what we see here. Sometimes with the mountain, we cannot see it. And here with this combination here, there could be something going on that we don't see. It's possible that it's literally in your home, the place where you're living, that everything is not transparent there. It could be an issue, as we saw earlier, with some family members. In another way, this is then more on the practical way, you could be confronted with certain repairs in your home, but this is then a total different area. Sometimes also it points that some people try to invade our privacy, and they do it in a quite annoying way. So it's like we have no privacy. Suddenly, I don't mean there is no politeness, but they knock on the door, but their intention is to come in. So here we see that combination also. There's a lack of privacy, or the privacy is structure is there here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, here we see also, in a way, with the snake in the middle, if we want or not, others attract us. Scorpio has a way for attracting people because it's the sign of life and death. That is the reason. Scorpios often don't know why this is, but it's because they're in between. They're in between, and it gives a certain attraction. And people often don't know why they are attracted to Scorpion, but that's the reason why, because they are life and death. But it gives a certain, especially with the snake, it gives a certain attraction here. And you will see that certain people approach you and you have the feeling that they are approaching you with certain reasons. This is what we are seeing here also with it's possible that some people are trying to seduce you. You will see this also with this combination. Then we see here, if we are in our home environment, the house has very strict rules. And if you are in a home situation or in a house situation, certain persons around you could have unbendable rules. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's also possible the environment, the country where we are living, they have unbendable rules and they try to force things upon us. The health is very crucial here in this reading. I'm just saying this here. Here we see also if we have confrontations with certain people, they draw lines, and we draw lines. This is how far it goes and not further. This is what the reference here to the home country, to our own home. There will be certain rules, and maybe you need to move in a roundabout way for avoiding certain things in your life, especially on the health front here. Anyway, here we see also, this is a very strong combination. This is a person who is very powerful. The snake has a very strong inner power here. Also, you yourself, you could be quite traditional, a traditional type. This points to a traditional, it's not necessarily negative. This points to a traditional person here. It's possible that you have certain wishes, but I would almost say cravings, and there are in conflict with the people around you, with your family members. This is what we are seeing here. It doesn't mean we will not execute them, because Scorpio is smart enough here. Then we have the lily, the key, and the coffin. The lily and the key here, this points that our career is very important for us. This is a very important. If some solutions will come for you, but with the coffin, it takes time here. But we first go into the first two cards here. We are able here to create an important career for ourselves, a successful career here. This is what we are seeing here. Here we see again the mastery, the expertise here, the period of waiting, and after become a master here, we gain a lot of wisdom, we gain a lot of experience in this period here. Sometimes also, I will need to mention this also, it points to lockdowns, especially with the coffin. This can point to a local lockdown here that we are seeing here, that we cannot physically move out. We are blocked. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Or we choose to be locked for certain reasons. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe that's why we could choose a career move. Sometimes the career move to come could be with the mountain. And as I said, your career move might turn around or change more focused on the internet. Maybe this is because of certain health choices that you have made. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, it could be literally that we are under lock and key here. Then here, if afterwards, when we had experienced a certain period of sensual standstill, here we see that we are open up here. If this is a very long time, the barriers will be very, they will fall away, because the key opens everything. You get the picture here. If you had a standstill before, mostly the universe has a way for balancing itself out. So, and here we see, if this is a period before that you had a long standstill in certain areas of your life, here we see the balancing out. This is what we are seeing here. On the morale front, if you have strict morals, it could be that with this combination, you have a certain aha moment that you say, that's how it is. And you suddenly see it. This is what we are seeing. And you think, this was what I needed then, but now I have the key in my hands, and you see the aha moment. This is what we are seeing here also with this combinations here. It's possible that you change your morals or your points of view towards morals in another way. This points to positive sensuality and sexuality. Also, if you implement sex for personal reasons, you will be safe for it. If you are not, you should be safe here on the sexual front. This is, be careful here also, keep yourself safe also in that area. We never know what is during sexual things, what is happening, so protect yourself here also. Then here we have the key and the coffin here. Here we literally unlock the box after this period of standstill. Literally, we are unlocking ourselves. When things were blocked, you will see in the period to come, this is the last line, we will see here that our potentials, things that we wish for, are finally unlocking here. This is what we are seeing here. This is that points to the end of a difficult period. Also, if we had certain griefs, we will digest this grief. It's an important ending here that is coming to you. There are some final answers. This points to big life changes that we are seeing here. We accept also that this period is over, and we allow ourselves to grieve about the things that are happen. We close the door of the past and we open the door for the future. This is what we are seeing here. The exercise might not be easy, but this is what we are seeing here. Then we go in the vertical lines, the mountain, the cross and the lily. The mountain and the cross here, it points that we are overcoming the obstacles here, and it will give us a deeper meaning. These challenges will give us a very deep meaning. As we saw here, these challenges can be quite difficult here. It's possible, if you are a faithful or a spiritual figure, that that you at certain moments you doubt your faith. You think, is my spirituality or my religion, is it still helping me? You could have questions here about that here with this combination. It's possible also, but we are still in the early stages here, then that we are blocking ourselves a little bit, the transformation, but we should not. We should go into it here with this combination. Sometimes we will literally have headaches from the problems here in the past that we are confronted. This is the first phase. Then we have the cross and the lily here. These are the big questions of life that we are confronted here. We see here, we are asking before we are back in the early phase now. I go back here because I read the cards like that. So here now we are in the early phases here. We see here that we probably have the idea that we have gone the wrong path before. Maybe we feel, and you see, as I spoke of the aha moment before, and you could realize that you were misaligned. This is what we are seeing here. But we will, with the snake, we will turn things around. Here, especially on the professional front, I already mentioned the internet, or abroad, there could be a total change coming here with this combination. Also, it's important that for certain sensualities or sexualities, we don't feel guilty. They are part of life. So here we need to see here also, because it could be that you feel some pain here. There's a kind of suffering also possible regarding to that here. Sometimes also with the snake, we need to be more flexible, but we saw here, you have the possibilities, and the spirit is really transforming you. This is what we are seeing here. Again, here we see the protection here if we have interactions with other people. Anyway, this points then to the religion here. We try to find the hope in our religion here again. Probably also with this combination, sometimes if we are blocked in a certain way, it's possible that we consider for helping others. We do some altruistic things. Maybe we go to people who have few. We help in maybe like in a shelter area we work. We help the unprivileged. This is what we are seeing here. If we ourselves are a difficult situation, and it could bring some healing for yourselves here. It's like we make peace with the suffering as we help others. This will be possible also for certain people of this group here. There's a certain dignity dignity here that we are seeing here. Then we have the bear, the snake, and the key. This is diplomacy and tact. I just see if I can add something going in a roundabout way. Is the solution for handling our problem here? We need to be strong, composed. We see this here. We see the boss here again that might try to give us, bring us in a certain direction, or certain authorities that are trying to bring us in a certain position. But you have the key in your hands. You are the one to decide. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also during a certain period, it's financially not easily for you, or it's not easy for you. We could have the feeling that we are confronted literally with a strong enemy, as to say here, this is what we are seeing here. This points also, if you have certain competitors in your business and in your work, you will find a solution. You will overcome these problems. Sometimes also on the work front, this is then a different angle. It could be possible that we are experiencing, or we are confronted with certain frauds. Maybe you are witness of some frauds here. This is what we are seeing here. But it tells us also that we will turn away from authority figures. So if somebody imposes something on it, the snake, when she sees that the prey is too big for her, or the circumstances are not in her advantage, she's smart, she turns away. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we will be very competitive, but if we see that it's no use, we will turn away from it. But we will move forward towards our goals in a different way. In a diplomatic, tactful way, we will move on. This is what we are seeing here. As I said here, Scorpio is a strategic sign, so they know exactly what they are doing here. We assert with this combination really what we want. Then we have the snake and the key here. We are very successful here with managing a difficult situation. It's like here, we could diffuse like a bomb. We have the ability here to diffuse a bomb. And if there was a threatening situation in our life, we operate like a bomb diffuser. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Certain situations in your life will prove out to be a dead end, and you will let them go, and you will maneuver to the successful path. This is what we are seeing. It might require some trickiness. It might require some trickiness. So you will need to use your witness, your smartness here. This is what we are seeing here. Also, this combination tells us, because we have the house here, don't rely on things that are not solid. It's very important not to do so here. Beware of problems, because things may not appear as they are. So here, also we see here, if you had certain competitions, certain enemies, they will reveal themselves because you have the key here. This is what you will discover them. This is what we are seeing here. If there is a deceitful thing going in your surroundings, you will discover. Sometimes Scorpio is very good in digging out things. And here we see that you dig it out. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, if this is a stressful situation, this could also point that we seek certain liberation, freedom. We seek for freedom. This is what we are seeing here. And we open literally up as a person in any way. And again, here we see the eye opener here, the aha moment. Aha moments also in the sensual front we see here. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the woman, the house and the coffin. The woman and the house here, it points that is a person close to you in your work. This could be a colleague that we are confronted with, but I mean this in a positive way. It's possible that some colleagues that we are close connected to, where we have deep roots with, maybe they're moving away, they're disappearing. This is what we are seeing here. Also, it means that we ourselves are probably visiting, or the colleagues is visiting us in our home. We have a close home connection, but maybe on the work front, there are some changes coming here. But we feel very stable if we visit that person in her or his home. This is what we are seeing here. Here we see also this person is very loyal to the country. This could point to patriotism. Also, what we are seeing here, we want to become more established. All our privacy here with this combination is very important, especially if your privacy is invaded before, or you felt it was invaded. It will be very important here, and you make an end to that, because the privacy is very important here. You want to go back to familiar situations for yourself. You will be planning ahead. This is low risk. You will take low risks. If you change, the risks will be low. You will literally be conservative, but this could be a temporary period and not a bad thing to do, to act a little bit. You might be a little bit innovative in certain areas of your life, especially when it comes to the home front. The house has very strict rules and regulations, and you could implement this here for protecting your privacy. This is what we are seeing here. Here, if you had a difficult home situation or difficult work situation, we could literally leave. If some authorities are forcing certain things upon you, you could literally leave here with this combination. If the home or the work gives you a feeling they constantly create problems, it's possible in a quiet, diplomatic way, you take your departure. This is what we are seeing here. You literally turn away here. This is what we are seeing here. Certain traditions that you will brought up with will lose their value for you. This is what we are seeing. Or you will put them in a different daylight. This is what we are seeing here. We could also have a period here of that we stay at home. We need to reflect. It's important. Once we regain this privacy back, it's like a staycation. Here we implement a staycation to fall back on our feet. We want to have the feeling that we are connected with our home, no matter how small or big our home is. Here we see that connection here. It's very important here with this combination. All this thing, it could have a certain strain on our body, and we are also asked here to rest. We need our body to function. We cannot function without our body because we need it here on earth. And we could have the feeling here that we need to that it's time to let our body rest. We bury familiar things. We break with traditions here that we are brought up. We are tired of certain traditions here. We are tired of stagnation. Also, this is what we are seeing here with this combination. Certain traditions you will let go of here. This is what we are seeing here. It points. The coffin is often also connected to some creativity that is going on in our mind. It's like something in our mind is going on. Here, it's like for giving an example, it's like we are transferring we are transforming here from the chicken into the beautiful swan. It's like here we are changing our body. It's like we are rebuilding something that is demolished into something else. We are rebuilding ourselves here. This is what we are seeing here, and it's also a very creative combination. So it's possible when we are in silence, when we are alone, that we feel very creative. Some memories also, the good memories that you have on the home front will come back to you. This is what we are seeing here. They literally could touch your heart here with this combination. It's possible with this combination, if you move out, that you move to a very old house. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's in bad condition, but the house could be antique, very old. This is what we are seeing here. Or if you are settled your mind or something, you could go for a house like that here. Anyway, another way, we let go here of the place where we are born here, or the family. This is what we are seeing here. You will terminate certain things here. This is what we are seeing here. If you undergo this transformation, this is like literally we find our path again. We find our path again here. We have been digging and we could not see the light of the tunnel, but here we find it back here. in another way here, it's like we come from out of the darkness and we find the gold here back. This is what we are seeing here, and I mean this in a psychological way here. This is what we are seeing here, but it could bring some fright in you. This is what we are seeing here. We will not accept here these privacy invasions that we had in the future here. We want to get rid of the ghosts of the past here, the hurting of the past here. This is really the portal to your new life. It's not an easy reading here that we have for Scorpio. This is a reading of transformation. You are in a very transformative phase here of your life. So Scorpio, this is all. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this reading. If you want additional financial information, we do also specific financial card readings. And of course, we have the spiritual, psychological card readings. They are very good guides. They are short readings, but they really give good answers who can guide you. Anyway, Scorpio, I want to thank you for your time, and I want to thank you for subscribing. See you next time, Scorpio. Bye-bye for now.